Well, hello to you, my involuntary accountability partners. How the heck are you? Happy Sunday. I have recently decided, I don't know, a few months ago, that Sunday would be the last day of the week instead of the first day of the week, and I love it. I see why most of the world apparently does this. I did not know that. So I've changed my stuff around to reflect that. So I just finished my weekly planning. One thing that was not included on my weekly planning was making this video, but I wanna, so I will. And I just wanted to show my process, which I've shown before, but I think people just enjoy seeing other people do it. Also, I figured out what to do with that random space underneath my Frankenlog that I was trying to figure out. So I thought I would show you that. So I will show you what my process is for planning, even though I've done it before. But I like attention. What can I say? All right, ready? So I have, somebody keep a so tracker. How many times will I say so during this video? Here we go. We've got, at the front of my book, I keep my weekly template, which is based off of Stephen Covey's Principles of Personal Management, which is out of the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. See, right there. And so every week I take these roles that I have, right? These are my roles. And then I come up with a goal for each role, like 1 or 2 that I want to do this week. And focus on long-term things that tend to be ignored, because I have a few of those, and then turn them into a task or a priority item. You know, if you can make it a specific appointment, great. If not, at least get it, sort of narrowed down. And then every day, it's a matter of like responding to what's going on and changing things as necessary. So, you're not giving yourself a hard time if you don't follow exactly what you did up here. And then each morning, looking at your, your thing, your BuJo, which I am largely good at for the most part. So, okay, here we go. No, that's free flow. Here we go. So this is my monthly, which I ran into something really funny this month. Like, I crossed this out because I ran into this thing. I started putting the dates in front of things before I put them onto Frankenlog. And there was a guy who left a comment on YouTube and then deleted it. And I know this because when somebody leaves a comment, I get a notification that tells them what the comment said. Am I talking really fast? That doesn't matter. Let's go on. So he mentioned maybe you should put them at the end so that if you have to change them, you can cross them off. Especially easier if you're using pencil, which, by the way, I'm already wishing I had stayed with pencil. I should do pencil. And why don't I change in the middle of the month? I don't know. I don't have a good reason for you. Let's stay focused here, people. Come on, stay on track. Anyways, so I crossed this out because it was too early and I had to put it back on again. So for the right date, because I had the date in front of it and I didn't have any way to cross it off and I didn't have room. So I put it here. And then what happened was I forgot that I had done that. So I started doing NOP down here again. And then I'd forgotten that I already had those here. So I had to go back and fix the letters. So that was a thing that I should pay more attention to. And maybe that issue was born as a result of having, the tasks on opposite sides of a Dutch door. I don't know. So what? Leave me alone. You're stupid. So anyways, what was I saying? Oh my goodness. It's Sunday. Leave me alone. All right, so that was a thing that happened, and here's my Frankenlog. That doesn't matter. Let's go to my planning. So my planning, I just do it in my dailies, right, on the day that I'm doing the planning, which tends to be Sunday, even when I thought Sunday was the first day of the week. It makes more sense to plan on Sunday if Sunday's the last day of the week, because then the week is planned when it starts on Monday, right? So I got to do all this stuff today because we're having people over. Meh. But so here's my roles, right? Clinician, recovery, creator, family, self-care. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I forget one? Let's go look. Hold on. What do we have here? Clinician, recovery, creator, family, self-care. Let's see. I don't think I forgot one. It's not possible. Clinician, recovery, creator, family man, self-care. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there's 5. Okay, good. All right. There used to be more. There used to be 6. So I think that's what threw me off. Because I had a bigger job and I was a supervisor and that was a role. All right. So anyways, what I do is, for each role in my life, I go ahead and I write down a task or an event, something that needs to get done. And so, reading Ellis instead of watching YouTube. So this week, and this is where I need the accountability partners, is I watch an alarming amount of YouTube because I pay for it and I don't get commercials, which means I can just, Like I get up in the morning, I'm doing my back exercises, I'm listening to a YouTube video. In a car, I listen to YouTube videos. I mean, I don't watch them. I turn the screen off because you can do that if you pay for it. Man, am I talking fast today. Let's move on. And if I'm making a meal, if I'm doing dishes, pretty much whatever, I'm listening to something. And I don't think that's going to lead to the best version of me because it doesn't leave me any space for my brain to process or just be itself and think. And it's just a mindless sort of, so I need to cool off on it. I don't know that I necessarily have to quit it, but I'm going to take a break. So this week, my goal, my decision, I don't want to say goal because then it makes it sound like an option for me for some reason. So my decision is that unless I'm looking up something specific on YouTube for a specific purpose, like learning about a disorder for work or how to do something on my car, like an instructional video, something like that. Or like listening to Albert Ellis talk about REBT, debatable whether even that's okay. No, there's not going to be any YouTube this week. So you know what? It has to be concrete. So no, not even that. Not listening to, like audiobook type, TED Talks, anything like that. Nothing on YouTube. We're just like, unless it's, I need it for instructional purposes, no YouTube. That's my goal this week. And so things, I know the sound gets all jittery when I do that. Sorry. So one of the things I'll do is I'm going to be reading stuff by Albert Ellis, he's my favorite therapist, historical therapist, instead of YouTube. So I got that. And instead of putting it like all over my bullet journal, since it's going to be every day this week, I decided that the way to handle that was I gave myself a reminder here in Google Calendar, right? You can do it! And then in Frankenlog, I think I did make I did. So no YouTube, Ellis instead. So I put that in my weekly. So it's here on my week. And every morning when I'm reviewing my Frankenlog, I also look at the weekly box to see if there's anything for the week that needs to be done, that I can fit in on that given day. So like, let's see what else I have on the week. I have S, which is, I want to vacuum my car sometime that week. T, we already know that's no YouTube. And then, and I want to these two will come up in a second. They're in my planning. So anyways, so I'm going to do that. And then I said I wanted to do an hour of this Udemy course on RABT that I purchased and I have not looked at. So I want to do that while I'm at work and I don't have a client. And right now I have time open at work during tomorrow, but that could change. However, it's unlikely that it'll all fill up. So what I did was I just put that as a 1 hour Udemy RABT. And I put that right there for tomorrow. So I know that tomorrow I'll put this in my dailies and I'll be mindful of if somebody doesn't show up and I have an hour to kill at work, I can do that. And you'll notice here, I mark these off when scheduled, not when done. Like the purpose of me doing this is first I'll write them all out. Like I'll sit there and brainstorm and get all this on paper. And then I'll go into my calendar and my monthly, weekly, whatever, my Frankenlog, which can sort of act as both. And then I'll schedule it in. I'm going to burp. Hold on. Gross. Okay. So this is also, I have a client. I want to have a better understanding of this. So I put this on for tomorrow as well. Recovery. So I'm going to a meeting on Saturday night. And since for me, I've mentioned this before, but David Allen's Getting Things Done is one of the most important books I ever read in my life. And one of the things that he says is that the calendar is gospel. It is concrete landscape. It's not something that we should look at as being flexible and changeable. Like if something goes on the calendar, then it's happening. And that's so valuable because it allows me to trust my calendar and believe my calendar and say like, okay, this is what's happening and let it guide me instead of being all like wishy-washy and like, well, I know I said I was going to do it. Nah, we're doing it. Calendar says so. So that's what I use my calendar for. So only things that are definitely going to happen at a specific time go onto the calendar. And I'm definitely going to go to that meeting on. I don't want to show you too much there. It's a meeting. There you go. And so I put that on my calendar. All right. So then, and these are two guys that I mentor. I need to get with them. So I sent them text messages already asking when's a good time to talk with them this week. And one of them has gotten back to me. So I was able to actually schedule him for a specific time. Originally it was over here, but now I was able to put it here, which means it doesn't have to be here anymore. So this is why I should have used pencil. Good as new. All right. So those guys are I'm waiting to hear back from Kai, and when I hear back from him, then I'll be setting that up. Creator. So these are 2 little projects I've been working on that I've been neglecting quite a bit in the last few weeks. Part of it was when I started studying for my licensing exam. So I want to get back into them. And these are things that I really enjoy. I enjoy doing them, but they fall to the wayside. And part of that's because video games has been... Somebody introduced me to No Man's Sky, and that was a terrible idea. I love it so much that I don't sleep. So back to Sam's study and the Space Empire 4X books. This gets to a level of nerdiness that I'm not even sure I want to admit to, but they are scheduled. So we have there. So Monday, I'm going to be working on the books. Thursday, I'll spend a little time on Sam's study, just a little bit of time, because I got my due at 11 and then work after that. So not too much time. And I might end up doing more than that, but this is the concrete time, and I'm definitely going to give myself to work on that. Just because it's something I enjoy, and it's ridiculous that I put off doing things that I like. Okay, so there's that, and then we have, my kid needs to renew his license, so I'm bugging him about that. I put that into my, so I did 2 things with this. I didn't schedule it. What I did was, in a Samsung phone, you can actually schedule a text message to be sent at a later date. And I know that he's going to be going on Wednesday. So I already wrote him a text message saying, don't forget about the DMV. I'll send you money if you need it. And I put it in a text. And then I set my phone to schedule the text to go out Tuesday night. So that is already done. And then what I did is, since I don't know how that's going to go, I don't want to assume what I should say in a text message for Friday. Instead, I put the bug Corey on, oops, there we go. So I did the bug Corey thing, but I put that here on Friday. So the text message I already scheduled to go out here, and then I'll follow up with him here, and that's why this went here. So that's officially kind of scheduled and scheduled. So that's done. We're having a barbecue. So for Family Man, we're having a barbecue today. They're coming over. I'm going to go visit my dad on Tuesday. So that takes care of that. And that's already scheduled and confirmed with them. This is why I have to do all that stuff. Meh. I'm so lazy. All right. And then self-care, which I really need to get back into. I don't have excuses anymore. Grad school's over. Studying for the test is over. And I've discovered, hey, I'm a bum. So this has already been incorporated this month into my daily habits. And I still was kind of like, look at these habit trackers for this week. Like, legit, I cannot claim any of the, this is creating, right? This counts as creating. So yeah, I get to do that for Sunday. Can we do it through the oh, it's so hard. I cheated. I looked over the edge of the phone. So there, I did creation today. This counts. And I'm going to go for a walk later, but I can't mark it. Jenny made me go for a walk. I just pointed at the screen of my phone with my pen as if you could see it. Well done, Brian. Yeah, I got enough sleep. Thanks, No Man's Sky. Anyways, so this is already built into the daily habits, so I didn't actually do anything other than just, write it in here and make myself mindful of that's something that I really need to do. But I did schedule 2 exercise sessions. So I've got one scheduled for Monday, I've got one scheduled for Friday, and then I also have the walks in between. If I can fit something else in, I will. Did you hear me almost lie to your face? I would not. If I don't schedule it, it's not going to happen. And then for the self-care, I've got the no recreational YouTube with my little gulp. This gulp was really kind of the reason I made this video, because I wanted to be able to say, hold me accountable. And last but not least, I had this big blank space under my calendar, and I didn't know what to do with it. I had some really great ideas from people about project planning, which makes a ton of sense, except that in my new career, I don't have a ton of projects. I think I have one. So I don't necessarily, I'll be okay, need it for that. But there was inspirational quotes, which I really like. I love that idea, or great thoughts that I have during the month. Those are okay too. But despite all of those being good ideas, they didn't really, for whatever reason, grab me. But then I did find something that I need. I have a tendency to start media and then not remember that I started it, or that not finish it, or just forget. I can start watching a TV show, and even if it's a good TV show, I will forget that I was watching it. I will start a video game, and I will forget I was playing it. I swear to God. I don't know if that's the ADHD. I don't know how that works, but it's true. So what I decided to do was I'm going to, anytime during the month that I start ingesting media of some sort, that I will track that. I will indicate that on there so I know that I'm, reading it or playing it or, reading it. That's true. I got to add one. Because I have Ellis, how to refuse. How do I refuse? Yeah, I think that's called. That's a book I'm reading. Also, the Udemy course on RABT, that counts. So this is a list of video games, shows, whatever that I started and haven't finished. Oh, wait, did I finish that one Witcher book? That's a good question. Should that go here? Because I don't know if I'm actually in the middle of something. Okay, so that's actually going to go back over here. My planning is done, so we'll put it here. Check if done with Witcher. I'm just dumping this in my, this is exactly why I love the dailies. I'm just dumping it in my daily so I don't forget, since I'm wondering about it. All right, so I've got like Shadowrun, Dragonfall, that's a video game I started, and then I started No Man's Sky, and I was like, what's that Shadowrun? You exist? This is a board game that I'm learning how to play. I have it set up in the basement because I live a dream life and I have a table in the basement I can leave games set up on. My wife finally agreed to watch this with me, so we are now in the midst of watching. We're about to start the second season of that. I watched like 4 episodes of this on Amazon Prime. If you like superheroes and you like animation and you like dark stuff, I think you'll probably really like this. It's really good. Bo Burnham just dropped a new special on Netflix. I've watched half of it. It is great. And then this is a book that I'm reading, and this is a course that I'm doing for professional improvement. So these are, instead of insert random stuff here, we're gonna call it. Let's just. It's not even a good line. Should we do like whiteout? Should we like white that out? And then like we can write media. Yeah, hold on. Okay, I fixed it. It's much more like professional looking now. Now it says media consumption. Nom nom. That should be nom nom nom, don't you think? I feel like 2 noms is an insufficient number of noms. Nom nom. Hold on. Nom nom nom. Okay, there we go. So that's what I'm going to use this space for. I don't know if I'll continue using it like that, but that's what I did. So that is my planning. That's my planning session using my Google Calendar, my dailies, my Frankenlog, so I don't use weeklies. But that is, so now what feels great is to stick to it, right? And like use the book for what it's intended for. And, I have an alarm that goes off every morning. By the way, I set an alarm to go off. I usually get up at 6 when I'm following a schedule. And so at 6:01, my Google Calendar will set off an alarm that says, no YouTube, you can do it. Just as a reminder. But the 2 things that I do to make sure I look at my bullet journal in the morning is, 1, I have the bullet journal app that sort of has a specific notification alarm at 7:30 that says, don't forget to look at your journal. And most of the time when I go to bed, I put my bullet journal, if I'm not bringing it upstairs to work on something before bed, I will put it right on the table, right where I eat breakfast, so that I see it in the morning, and that is a great, useful visual trigger to, what am I pointing at? Like, hey, look at my really old smoke alarm. Like, if there was I can't zoom in this mode, if there was a fire, we'd die. Look at that smoke alarm. I wonder if that was white. It is not now. It is off-white. It matches the wall. Anyways, that's it. Happy Sunday, guys. Happy end of the week, and I'll see you later, right? I have no good ending for this. I gotta go do chores. So, bye. See ya. Peace. Outie. Or something. Bye. Goodbye.